Yo, what is going on, guys? Jay here, and welcome to what I'm gonna call my CHROMAKOPIA theory video. Now, first of all, let's just get this out the way. I'm grasping at a lot of straws, but if this album drops this Monday and I'm right, y'all better come back here and like this video, subscribe, tell in the comments, say, Jay, you were right all along. You know what the fuck's up. You're good at this, and if I'm wrong, still come back and like and subscribe, but don't say it. You know what I mean? You don't gotta point it out that I was wrong, but, this is a little speculation for fun. I've spent some time analyzing the lyrics, the videos, all this type of stuff to put together the best theory of what I think Tyler is gonna bring to the table with CHROMAKOPIA. I've never done something like this before, but I'm excited. I think this is going to be a fun little video. If you're new here, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Go over to my Instagram, talking.hiphop. You don't want to miss out on that. I just bought back my rapper report card series, and I'm also doing my top 5 albums of every single year once a week. So you don't want to miss that content. Go over to Spotify. Hit the fucking follow on the Talking Hip Hop Show, because that is the most high quality hip hop podcast on all of the internet. I got 2 upcoming episodes that are bangers. I'm sitting down with a good friend of mine to rank the Weeknd's discography on some real shit, because, Hurry Up Tomorrow is coming out. And yeah, he's got a great discography, and it's a cannot miss episode, just like my upcoming interview with underground hero in the hip-hop landscape, King the Divine. If you are not tapped in with him yet, maybe go check out my Fear and Loathing in Long Island review. That's his collab album with his label mate, Javi Darko. Or just go listen to him. Even better, go listen to him. Because honestly, his rapping will do a lot more justice than my speaking. But when you're done, come back to this video. Anyways, I know you guys are just excited for this album as I am, so let's get into it. I think there's going to be 2 major types of themes going on in this project that I'm expecting. The first one is going to be on some anti-music industry, some anti-establishment type of activity. Tyler's always been an anti-establishment type of guy. He takes a lot of pride in making it as far as he did on his own terms, on being the most different person in the rap game, yet becoming one of the most successful. A lot of his music is talking about overcoming the odds and the heavy odds that were placed upon him early in his career, when albums like Cherry Bomb were received very positively, or his early mixtapes like Bastard were lambasted by the public and not very accepted by a lot, to becoming legitimately one of the few superstars in the hip-hop genre right now. His rollout for CHROMAKOPIA is one of the most anticipated albums since Travis Scott's Utopia, which was the most anticipated since Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So you know what type of company he has been in these past 5 years of his career. And yeah, another thing Tyler has always done is take pride in knowing he was going to make it. He says that throughout his, music career and on the track St. Chroma that he never doubted he would be successful. He also has a bar here that makes me think we will be getting some anti-music industry timing, as well as some, go out there and follow your dreams. Take the unbeaten path, you know what I mean? Be a trailblazer, with a lyric like, P said I could do it, and boy did I believe him. I built a path to freedom because them words he said. P, of course, being Pharrell, who is someone else who is really a trailblazer in the hip-hop landscape, in the pop culture landscape in general. And this path to freedom, I think, is what CHROMAKOPIA is going to be exploring, because there's no doubt that Tyler, the Creator, has had his own type of freedom in hip-hop, and I think this album is going to kind of be about how he got there. And I think for the first time since Flower Boy, we are going to get an album that is really talking about Tyler's, personal life. Igor is a very, narrative-based album about a love triangle. It's up in the air whether that love triangle involves him, whether it's real, how much of it is fictional, and I mean, that's super cool, because hip-hop is a creative space. And Call Me If You Get Lost is also about Tyler's life, but it's about his current life. And there's also some narrative elements in there about a different type of love triangle, which is explored on the track Wilshire, one of his best songs ever. But here I think we're going to get not as much an introspective Tyler like we do on Flower Boy, but I think we're going to get a more of a journeyman, more of a story of my success version of Tyler, which we haven't quite gotten from him in a album concept format. Yes, we get bits and pieces throughout his whole, discography, throughout all of his songs. He talks about his journey to success, but I think we're going to be getting a more coherent picture of that. Kind of. More on that later. But the other major and obvious messaging that Tyler is bringing to the table here is anti-fan culture. Now, I've had some multiple different theories about what Tyler, the Creator, is doing in the St. Chroma visualizer with all the people walking, wearing uniforms or wearing masks in the black and white, and they get blown up in the color. And initially, I was kind of thinking that that might represent fans and how a lot of fans are so homogenized in their tastes and their opinions and stuff like that, and how he's going to try and break people free of those shackles. But I'm kind of sidelining that one because I think there's going to be some very anti-heavy fan culture here, which again, it all stemmed. I mean, Tyler's been talking like this for a while, but it went real popular on his interview a couple months ago on the Maverick show with Mav Carter, where he talks about not knowing his fans personally and like having disdain for their obsession with him. You know, he talks about how he hates people wanting to know so much about him and that he doesn't like that. He talks about wanting privacy, which we see on the track Annoyed that he released. And in this interview, he also expresses that it's crazy to him that people say that he's, as he said, like an ungrateful ass, or, some paraphrasing of that, for not appreciating his fans more. But it's obvious that Tyler appreciates his fans. He just wants to be treated like any other normal person. And we've seen this be a theme throughout hip-hop where a lot of rappers and artists and celebrities in general hate the toxic culture there is around celebrities. And I think we're going to see some commentary on that. And that's going to be the predominant theme here. Of course, the whole Noid music video that he dropped is Tyler essentially trying to escape these people. He's wearing a mask to hide and this uniform, which I think he's attempting to wear to blend in with other people. He's trying to appear like part of the pack. But at the beginning of that music video, he starts off walking against the crowd. All the crowd's walking this way, and he's walking that way. And he's still got this uniform on and this mask. So it represents the fact that Tyler's always been going against the grain, and he's been doing his own thing, and he's not ashamed of it. But he still wants to be treated like other people. And then the music video ensues where he gets spotted by this woman who looks crazed to take pictures of him. She has a gun at one point, which shows that Tyler is, again, that paranoia, that fear that comes with having all these people so close to you in a online proximity at the very least, where they think they know you so well that it almost becomes a threat to security, or it could, as we've seen in the past with other celebrities being involved in tragic incidents with fans. And the rest of the video is him running away. He gets in a white Ferrari, Frank Ocean reference, and drives away on this windy road to some new place where he moves in, and he locks the door with 3 different locks, and people still find him, and he's on the run, and he's on the run again. And he never quite makes it to freedom. Definitely expect some heavy anti-fan culture messaging here. Now, I will state, me making this video, first of all, probably makes me the type of person that Tyler is, like, criticizing here. Like, right now, I'm being Tyler's op just by doing this. But, on the other hand, I don't think Tyler is, like, talking shit to his fans here. I want to specify that. I'm not saying this is going to be Tyler hating his fans. I think he's going to be going at the fan culture, and more importantly, the lack of privacy we have in the digital age. I could see that being even more big than the fan culture, because obviously the complete lack of privacy the average person, let alone a major celebrity, has in the world right now is why fan culture is so bad. So I don't think Tyler is going to be coming at his fans in particular, but essentially this super digitized world where privacy doesn't exist. That is what I'm going to be expecting from some messaging level on Tyler, the Creator here. But narratively, I think there's one particular way he's kind of going to get to this. Or 2, I should say, with one level being Sonics. I didn't want to get into the whole soundscape type of thing that I'm predicting here. Or, because that's a whole different mixed bag. I can't, theorize. I can't game theory what type of music Tyler's going to go for. But I will say he will be breaking Sonic boundaries more than ever here, from the whispering raps that we got on St. Chroma to the Paul Ngazi sampling that we got on Noid, which, let me just tell you that I don't know what language, I don't want to misspeak here, but Paul Ngazi has the sample on that bridge, that very exotic African-sounding bridge. Paul Ngazi is a Zambian artist, a musician who passed away almost 30 years ago, which shows the level of detail and Tyler bringing his own taste to the table that he's putting into this album. You also have these very heavy, I believe, electric guitars that are crashing on this instrumental, that dun-dun-dun, and yeah, I think we're going to see Tyler mashing up aesthetics to create another completely new sound, which will have some aesthetics similar to Igor and the distortion and just being in general out there, but I don't think it's going to sound anything like that. Again, sonically, I have no idea where this could go, but I am so excited for it. Like, man, I've never been as big of a Tyler fan as I am right now. But the main narrative I think we'll see here between the visualizers and the actual lyrics that Tyler is going to be bringing to the table is Tyler is going to serve as the main character, the main guy in the mask in the St. Chroma video who blows up all the other people that he leads into the crate. The guy we see running around in the Noid video, that is Tyler the Creator. And we see him attempting to escape society in the Noid video. But when he brings all these people into the CHROMAKOPIA crate that blows up with color, I don't think that's him doing anything. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be a real explosion. I think that's supposed to be him imploring other people who are similar to him to follow in his footsteps. And by following in his footsteps, I mean taking control of their creative destiny, of their destiny as a whole, and having the faith in yourself to know you could get done what you want to get done with your life. And also standing up to this type of fan culture world where there's no privacy. I hate that about it. Quick sidebar, I hate that about our life and about our reality, because yes, this is probably a way bigger problem for Tyler the Creator as a multi-millionaire rap superstar who, with people being able to find out where he lives and stuff like that. But just the average Joe like you and I, you know what I mean? All these major corporations are buying and selling our information, making a profit off it so they could target ads to us, and we don't see a cent of that. We just get spam called all the time and direct ad targeting, which should really be illegal. But anyways, I think Tyler will be imploring people to maybe treat celebrities with more respect, and if you are a celebrity, to be comfortable enough to set boundaries with fans and say, hey, I'm not comfortable with all you guys who are like major obsessing about me, and with, like he says in that Maverick interview, want to know like who my sister is and stuff like that. Like, honestly, that's a completely fair thing for someone to want. Also, at the end of the Noid video, we see Tyler seemingly being controlled by his shadow while dancing, and he seems highly distressed by this as well. I think this is gonna represent how like the social and the societal and the music industry pressures and the fan pressures that Tyler the Creator is under. Now, I said I think this is going to be a story about his life, right? But I think it's going to have a dark twist. And I think this is going to be Tyler's life if he succumbed to these industry pressures, to these fan pressures, and virtually being pulled in every which direction, trying to please everyone. I think it's going to show if he chose that route instead of trying to please himself and making music for himself and doing what makes him happy. Because that's a big part of Tyler as a person, is being very happy and confident in himself. I think we're going to see Tyler being driven, again, like the track Noid, which is short for Paranoid and Cis, being driven crazy to a degree by the level of exposure he's at. Like I said, it might take a dark twist. It might just be a more societal commentary twist, but I think we might see the story of Tyler's life, but he succumbs to all these pressures. I think he'll be talking about how he became successful in rap, maybe his upbringing, which will give fans what they want, that personal level, but also giving it that dark twist to kind of be like, hey, like, I'm giving you guys some of the stuff that you've been asking for, but you got to give me respect back as I'm a human being just like you. And that dark twist will come in the form of extreme paranoia, probably some like I don't mean like any type of like violence, but you know what I mean, some very negative mental health type things, maybe some addiction, just some darker themes that might plague Tyler, that don't actually plague Tyler in real life, but might go down this alternate route. I'm thinking he's got, mind you, I'm just theorizing right now. I'm reading way too deep in between the lines because I'm a nerd and I'm a loser about this. But this is what I'm thinking. Again, in no way should you expect the album to sound like this. I'm just predicting. But yeah, I think we'll get an album that crosses the line between Tyler's real life and Tyler's fictional life of the character in this album, which again is going to represent kind of like this downfall of Tyler and what happens maybe when he's in these deep places of sadness or of paranoia in real life, where when he's worried about the level of exposure he has and the lack of privacy he has, and he is going to be maybe expounding upon those fears in a creative way to give us an album that is no doubt going to be cinematic. If I had to give like my overall final guess right here of what's going to be going on, Tyler always raps about being yourself and breaking through the restraints that people, society, and the industry put on him. I think this album is going to continue that message and convey it to other artists, convey it to people that they should follow that, while also showing the drawbacks of, again, falling victim to these things, falling victim to society, industry, societal pressures that are placed upon not just Tyler the Creator, but everyone in whatever industry that they're in and whatever life they're in. There might be kind of a dystopian feel to this album, but I think despite some potential dark content, we'll see, I think it'll be an overall positive messaging about the importance of treating other people like people, the importance of taking control of your destiny, and all these things. Things that are not necessarily new for Tyler content matter-wise, and we saw a lot of in Call Me If You Get Lost, but I think it will be taking kind of the front seat in terms of what's going to be going on with this album. But with that being said, I'm really excited for CHROMAKOPIA. I hope you guys are even more excited for it than I am. Like I said, after the album drops, go listen and come back to this video. Tell me how far off I was. Please call me a dumbass, call me an idiot, or on the off chance that my crazy ass is right, come back here and call me a genius. Give me my flowers while I can still smell them, please. Assuming this is right, of course. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I appreciate you all tuning in. I hope you are all doing very well today. And yeah, we'll be back with the CHROMAKOPIA review very soon. Doses!